Hey, Pretty Girl Club. So today I want to talk about when guys try to use MLS women kind of like as their status symbols, or they try to latch on to us to enhance their careers, prolong their careers, or they just want to trap us into marriages. I've noticed some of these men, they want to trap us into becoming their baby mamas. And today I'm going to be using Chris Brown as an example because I've noticed that Chris Brown, he has a very controversial background. I know that he is still desirable by a lot of unambiguous monoracial black women, but I've noticed that men like Chris Brown, they sometimes try to use their connection to MLS women as a way to kind of up their status or to kind of show, like, see, I must be a good quality guy. Look at all of the types of women that I'm working with. Look at all of the types of women that I'm around. And I'm using this as an example because I've noticed this in real life too. How many of you guys in the Pretty Girl Club have had men want to try to snatch you up, force you into a marriage, try to trap you with having a baby, try to hurry up and lock you down in a relationship? I mean, I've seen this happen so many times. Like, if you're a pretty privileged woman, let's say you're like a really pretty mixed girl, you're very talented, you're very like, you just have a lot of things going for you or whatever. I've noticed that some men who feel like they can't really make it on their own, they will try to latch themselves to you as much as possible. I've also noticed a pattern where a lot of guys, they want to try to like almost build a harem of pretty exoticals that they are sleeping with or that they are attached to. And they're doing this because they associate us with status. Because, like I said, most people want to date us or create us, and everyone is chasing beauty. You're chasing that beautiful house, that beautiful car. You want to go on a beautiful vacation. You want a beautiful woman to sleep with or to marry or to be your girlfriend. You want to have beautiful children. Everyone in this world is chasing beauty. And I've noticed that when it comes to MLS women, a lot of guys, like, not only do they really want to date us really bad, but I've noticed a lot of guys get very pissed off when we reject them or when we like throw shade at them or say like, hey, like I didn't really want to be with you, or hey, I'm just kind of using you to get my bags, or I kind of felt manipulated into being with you. And this also reminds me of Chris Brown with the whole Tinashe thing. So he had worked with Tinashe not that long ago, and Tinashe basically said, hey, that was more so like my management that wanted me to work with him. I don't want to work with him due to his past. And then he tried to like clap back and be like, oh, name 5 Tinashe songs, like as if she's not shit. So, but if she's really not shit, then why are you trying to work with her? If all of these MLS female artists are really not shit compared to you, Chris Brown, or if they're really not that great, then why do you continuously single out kind of the pretty up and coming MLS women as a way to kind of help boost or maintain the longevity of your career? He just reminds me of a lot of men that I see in everyday life where they feel like, their life is not as good if they don't attach themselves to some smart, beautiful, up and coming MLS woman. This also reminds me of the whole Corey Hardick, Tia Mowry thing. Like, what guy doesn't want a Tia Mowry type? And when I say a Tia Mowry type, I just mean like a classy, pretty, smart MLS woman who is not from like the hood or whatever, or a woman who has this fluid identity. I've noticed that a lot of times men will specifically target us exoticals and they want to latch themselves onto us. A lot of times they want to try to hurry up and marry us. They want to hurry up and lock us down so that they can say to all their friends and family, look what I attracted, look what I did. Also, if you go online and you look up reproductive coercion, this is basically when guys baby trap women. So it's when they try to purposely slip off the condom or whatever, or they say like, oh, it doesn't feel good if I'm like doing it with the condom, so I want you to do it with me with no protection or whatever. I've noticed that some guys will literally do this to women, or they will infect women with like STDs and stuff like that. Or they'll try to sometimes purposely hurt that woman, purposely try to publicly humiliate that woman as a way to humble her. It kind of reminds me of, again, the whole Chris Brown Tinashe thing where he's like, name 5 Tinashe songs. Basically like, you ain't shit. So he's doing this humbling tactic. And then the same thing goes for when Keely Williams called out how she actually called this out about Chris Brown in particular, how he oftentimes works with talented women, women who are kind of up and coming, and this is how he keeps his career longevity going after having a history of being abusive and stuff like that. And he tried to call out Keely and basically humble her, and he made fun of her lisp or whatever. But I've just noticed that a lot of men who are jealous of women, or they're jealous of the attention that we receive, they're jealous of like the notoriety that we receive and stuff like that. I've noticed sometimes men will either try to latch themselves onto us or they will purposely go out of their way to humble us. Even on this YouTube channel, I've had some kind of red pill types of guys. They'll try to come on here and say it. Like one guy, he commented on one of my posts saying that attractive women are narcissists. First of all, not every woman in this entire world who is attractive is automatically a narcissist. That kind of tells me that like you've probably not been around a lot of attractive women, because anybody who's been around multiple attractive women knows that we are not a monolith. And no, we're not all narcissists. But have any of you ladies ever noticed this? Has a guy ever tried to pressure you into a relationship? Has he ever tried to like speed the relationship up? So let's say you just go on one date. Like this happened to me before, where I literally went on one date with this Arab guy. And then after the first date, he literally was like trying to be exclusive. He didn't want me to see anyone else. He wanted me to like just be with him only. And I feel like guys do stuff like that because first of all, that's narcissistic. And secondly, it's because they know that like they probably can't compete with any other men that would try to hit on you. And I've noticed that this is why a lot of guys, they also don't want their women to like wear makeup or dress up or anything, because they know that they can't compete with the men that are going to try to hit on you and talk to you and stuff like that. And so it causes them to be triggered. So they want you to be as basic as possible. They don't want any other man to notice your beauty or to pursue you because they feel like, oh no, she's going to end up finding someone better than me. So it's like this fear thing. Meanwhile, that same guy will be going behind your back trying to talk to other attractive women on Instagram, sliding in their DMs, liking their pics, talking to girls on Reddit. I mean, I've seen all of the stories. Anyway, what do you ladies think? Let me know in the comment section and I'll talk to you next time. Stay pretty, ladies.